CPT 2025 updates. With 2025 just around the corner, a fresh set of CPT updates is set to take the effect, bringing important changes for healthcare providers across various specialties. Whether you are in radiology, lab services, or telemedicine, these updates will reshape how services are coded, billed, and ultimately reimbursed, paving the way for more precise and efficient billing process. I'm here to guide you through this transitioning, ensuring your practice is fully prepared to maximize benefits of these changes. This presentation is designed to offer basic information for coding and billing. The information presented here is based on the author's experience, training, and interpretation. Although the information has been carefully researched and checked for accuracy and competence, the instructor accepted no liability for errors, omissions, misuse, or misinterpretation. This material is intended as an educational guide and should not be considered a legal consulting opinion. Today we are going to discuss about the what is new in 2025 CPT course and how it is impacting on billing procedures and major addition, deletion and modifications, and also the key updates by the service type like sections, evolution management, surgical section, pathology services, radiology services, and category 2 new codes. And why these codes changes are the big challenging for revenue cycle management. Also, we are going to teach you how to implement the CPT codes and how to empower your practice with up-to-date CPT coding. What's new in 2025 CPT codes? The American Medical Association introduced 420 updates to the CPT code set for 2025 with 270 new codes, 112 deletions, and 38 revisions. The CPT code set continues to expand in new areas of medicine with the laboratory analysis assigned to the largest proportion of new codes, that is 37%, mostly for the novel genetic testing. Category 3 CPT code for the emerging medical services accounted for about third of new CPT codes, 30%. Updates to the CPT code sets are considered through an open editorial process managed by the editorial panel, an independently body convened by the American Medical Association that collates broad input from healthcare community and beyond to ensure CPT content reflects the demand of modern healthcare system. This rigorous editorial process keeps the CPT code set current with the medical science and technology so it can fulfill its vital role as the trusted language for medicine today and the code to its future. These changes reflect the growing complexity of medical procedures and the push for more accurate billing practices. They cover innovation from genetic testing to advanced digital health monitoring. So now discuss about the impact on billing procedures. So what do these changes mean for your practice? The primary goal of 2025 update is to reduce claim rejection by providing more precise coding that accurately reflect the service provided. Here, how is these updates can support your practice. It will give more accurate reimbursement with the new and refined code for areas like genetic testing and telemedicine. Practice can align service more precisely with the reimbursement requirements, minimize back and forth with the insurance providers, and streamline claims processing. These updates simply code selection, reducing the errors and denies, and ultimately speeding up the revenue cycle for smoother, faster, and cash flow process. Every year, some codes get added, some get modified, and others are deleted. This year is focused on clarity and precision. Addition of new code for the genetics testing, virtual care, and advanced radiology procedures. Deletion happened for the removing of the outdated code for the procedures that no longer reflect current practice to clean up the billing process. Modification to reduce ambiguity, adjusting to existing codes, especially around complex lab testing. These changes are about making billing simpler and more transparent, which is a win win for providers and payers alike. Key updates by service type. In 2025, CPD codes updates reflect evolving healthcare practices from clinical labs to telemedicine, mental health, and surgery. Today, we will discuss the breakdown of major updates and their impact on billing. Clinical laboratory services. Laboratory services are fundamental in diagnosis and patient monitoring, and the 2025 CPD update focuses on genetic and molecular testing. The official 2025 CPT code set is out to take your understanding of path lab changes to the next level by focusing on code revisions, resequence, and guidelines updates. Genomic sequence codes. Cut three options from the genomic sequence code. Prepare for major changes to genomic sequence code 81432 81438. In 2024, you will find this code, but in 2025, it will be cut out from your CPT manual. 81432 and 81433 for the breast cancer, 81435 and 81436 for the colon cancer disorder, 81437 and 81438 for the non endocrine tumor disorder. The 2025 update delays 81433, 81436, and 81438, which apply to duplicate deletion analysis panel. New nodes with the remaining codes tell you to assign 81479 unlisted molecular pathology procedure in place of the deleted codes. 81479 is a resequence code under 81408. Addition of antibiotic resistance testing options. CPT 2025 adds 87513 Helicobacter pylori H. pylori clarithromycin resistance amplified proof technique. H. pylori is a bacteria that can infect the stomach and cause conditions like ulcers, and clarithromycin is an antibiotic. Notes under the code explain that 87513 is appropriate for assays that detect clarithromycin resistance and identify H. pylori using a single procedure for amplified probe technique, nucleic acid testing for H. pylori without clarithromycin resistance testing. A point U to 87798 infection agent detection by nucleic acid, DNA, or RNA not otherwise specified. CPT also adds A7564 Mycobacterium tuberculosis. Again, single procedure is a key. You use 87564 to assay for that detect resistance to the antibiotic rifampicin and identify Mycobacterium tuberculosis using a single procedure. Handling of HPV coding. In the macrobiology section, don't miss revision and new code for human papilloma virus testing. The relevant codes are resequenced under 87539. Watch for the addition of full result at the end of revised code 87624. High risk types. As in 2024, the 2025 code sets tell you use only 87624 when the provider tests both low risk and high risk HPV types in a single assay. A new note in the range also tells you use to 87624 for singular blood pool result of high risk HPV types. The new code 87626 separately reported high risk types and high risk pool results. The code sets still include 87623 low risk types and 87625 type 1618 only includes type 45 if performed. A new note tells you not to report 87626 together with the 87624 and 87625 for the same procedures. Understand why 88387 is revised. Another change involves these surgical pathology codes 88387 microscopic examination, dissection, and preparation of tissue for the non microscopic analytic studies, example, nucleic acid studies based molecular studies, each tissue preparation, example, single lymph node plus 88388. This is add-on code. We can report each tissue preparation. The 2025 code sets delayed 88388 due to low use because 88387 will no longer share part of its description with the 88388. The 2025 code set change the semicolon in 88387 before each tissue preparation to comma. You will see the note accompanying a surgical pathology and cytogenic studies above 88230 course telling you CPD has changed range reference so that the surgical pathology code will now end with the 88387 instead of add-on code 88388 now that the code has been deleted. Factor in these three final updates, there is a new code for optical genome mapping 81195 cytogenomic genome-wide analysis hematologic malignancy structural variant, and you will find this resequence code in the middle of group of other resequence code under 81229. CPD updates parenthetical note in the immunology section under 86155. Chemotaxis assay specified method, it continues to direct you to 86635 cocodios and antibodies, but the CPT 2025 note no longer points you to 86490 skin tates. CPT 2025 deletes 86490 because of low use. The guidelines for molecular pathology revise the definition of cytogenomic in 2024. The definition was chromosome analysis using molecular technique. The expanded 2025 definition of comprehensive genome wide analysis of chromosomal and genetic abnormality using molecular based technology. Proprietary laboratory analysis comprise the largest portion of the new code, that is 37%, mostly for the novel genetic testing. Category 3 code CPT codes for the emerging medical services accounted for 30% of new codes. The largest group of new codes in 2025 focus on genetic testing covering proprietary laboratory analysis used for the precision medicine. For example, novel codes category test for specific genetic testing market being more accurate for tests commonly used in oncology and rare disease diagnostics. The code set expands with the new genetic screening code for the hereditary cancers and pharmacogenomics molecular pathology codes cover recently identified genes mutations with the added type 1 and type 2 codes improving specificity. New NGS codes capture rare gene variant sequencing essential for the oncology and reproductive medicine. Pharmacogenomic testing course supports to personalized treatment planning, especially for chronic disease. Remote code for the older testing methodologies help streamline billing by ensuring that only currently relevant tests are covered. Billing teams should note these requirements to avoid the errors that could lead to denial. A regular update list of add and retired code can assist lab teams in verifying they are using the correct code, minimize the claim rejection, and accelerating the reimbursements. Telemedicine and remote patient monitoring. These changes are part of the broader 2025 CPT updates, which include 420 overall modification with the 279 new codes, 112 deletions, and 38 revisions. Deleted code, the CPT codes 99441 99443 have been deleted. These codes previously covered telephone evaluation and management service provided by physician or qualified healthcare professional to an established patient. Their deletion reflects the shift towards more comprehensive virtual care methods such as video consultation, which provide more interactive and throughout patient experience. 17 new codes will be introduced to cover a wider array of telemedicine services. These new codes, effectively from January 1st, 2025, are designed to better align with the evolving landscape for the virtual healthcare. They focus on synchronous communication technology, real time and audio video, allowing or more precise billing of telehealth interaction that were previously harder to categorize under older codes. These codes distinguish between new and established patients and incorporate time-based criteria and medical decision-making complexity for new patient 98000 that required straightforward medical decision-making and the time limit is minimum 15 minutes. 98001 requires low medical decision making and minimum time requirement 30 minutes. 98002 requires moderate medical decision making and the time requirement 45 minutes minimum. 98003 requires high medical decision making and the time requirement is 60 minutes. For established patients, we have 98004 synchronous audio video evolution and management visit requiring medical decision making straightforward and minimum 10 minutes. 98005 requires low medical decision making and minimum time requirement is 20 minutes. 98006 requires moderate medical decision making and minimum 30 minutes and 98007 requires high medical decision making and minimum time requirement is 40 minutes. These new codes streamline the documentation and billing process aligning with the growing integration of telemedicine into routine healthcare delivery. CMS final rule on telehealth. In significant updates, CMS finalized policies for telehealth services under the Medicare Physician Fee Schedule for 2025. Highlights include audio only. The beginning of January 1st, 2025, CMS will allow the use of two-way real-time audio-only communication technology for Medicare telehealth services delivered to beneficiaries in their homes. This provision applies when the distant site physician or practitioner is technically capable of using video based communication and B. The patient is either incapable of using video technology or does not consent to use it. CMS has adopted CPT code 98016 which replaced the previously used SCPCS code G2012. Code describe a brief communication technology based services. These changes reflect CMS commitment to ensuring access to telehealth service for patients with the technology or situation barriers to use video or audio. Non-adoption of new CPT codes, CNM telemedicine codes. Despite introducing the new CPT codes for telemedicine ENM services, example 98000 to 98007, CMS has decided not to adopt these codes for Medicare billing. Instead, telehealth services will continue to report it using in-person office visit codes with the appropriate modifiers to indicate audio only. audio, video, and home based services. This decision has been a point of contention as many in the medical community view the adoption of dedicated telemedicine EM service code are essential for appropriately valuing virtual care implication for healthcare providers. These updates highlights a mixed trajectory for telemedicine. The AMA new course bring clarity to telemedicine billing. CMS decision to maintain a current reporting standard for telehealth services under Medicare limit the full potential of these codes. Healthcare providers must stay up to date on the evolving regulatory environment and adopt their documentation and billing practices accordingly. As a telehealth becomes an integral component of healthcare providers, these updates mark a critical steps in the shaping its future delivery and reimbursement. Remote patient monitoring updates. Remote therapeutic monitoring service will be more specific. CPT's remote therapeutic monitoring RTM section will undergo several changes in 2025 to better allow for specificity in what these codes describe with the changes as follows. Billing limitation. Code 99453 which covers the initial setup and patient education on RPM devices can now only be billed once per the patient enrollment. Device Supply and Data Reporting Code CPT code 99454 will cover the supply of devices, data collections and transmission and reporting for a period of 30 days. Additionally, a new code is being considered to cover 2 to 15 days calendar of collected and transmitted data. This changes aims to offer more flexibility in billing for shorter monitoring periods. These updates will allow healthcare providers to bill for telemedicine and RPM services more accurately, ensuring that the practice can keep up with the growing demand for virtual care while managing the compliance with the updated coding standards. CPT code 98975 Remote Therapeutic Monitoring Example Therapy Adherence Therapy Response Initial Setup and Patient Education on Use of Equipment. In 2025, this descriptor will add a mention of digital therapeutic intervention. CPT code 98976 Remote Therapeutic Monitoring Example Therapy Adherence Therapy Response Device Supply with a schedule Example Daily Recordings and our program alerts transmission to monitor respiratory system each 30 days. In 2025, this descriptor will add a mention of device supply for data access or data transmission to support RTM services. CPT code 98977 Remote Therapeutic Monitoring Example Therapy Adherence Therapy Response Device Supply with the schedule example daily recordings and program alerts transmission to monitor its musculoskeletal system each 30 days. In 2025, this descriptor will add a mention of device supply for data access or data transmission to support RCM services. CPT code 98978 Remote Therapeutic Monitoring Example Therapy Adherence Therapy Response Device Supply with the schedule Example Daily Recordings and Program Alert Transmission to Monitor Cognitive Behavior Therapy each 30 days. In 2025, this descriptor will add a mention of device supply for data access or data transmission to support RTM service. As a refresher, remote therapeutic monitoring services allow for the remote evaluation of whether a particular treatment or therapy has the appropriate and expected. To use these services, most payers require the patient to either self report the data or digitally upload it. Expanded payment for E&M Visit Complexity add-on code. Starting January 1st, 2025, CMS will also pay for the evolution and management service for Visit Complexity add-on code G2211 when the same provider performs it on the same day as the annual wellness visit, vaccine administration, or any other Medicaid Part B preventive services. Of course, the provider must also always report a base ENM code 99202 to 99205 or 99211 to 99215 in addition to the complexity add-on code. G211 may not be reported without reporting an associated outpatient ENM visit. G2211 is not payable when the associated outpatient ENM visit is reported with the modified 25. You can add modified 25 to an ENM office CPT code to show the ENM service is significant separately identifiable from the other service you report on the same date of service. You can use only modified 25 on the claims and only when the same practitioner provides the service to the same patient on the same day as another procedure or other services. However, this does not apply to G2211. Mental health and behavioral health services. To meet the growing demand for mental health services, CPD 2025 introduced codes that capture new mental health services, particularly for the virtual settings and behavioral health integration. New codes for group therapy and extended sessions specific codes now cover virtual and group based mental health services, supporting practice that provide comprehensive behavioral health care. CPT code 96164. This code covers group therapy sessions for mental health patients, allowing practices to bill accurately for group intervention and ensuring proper reimbursement for these types of sessions. CPT code 96165. This is an add-on code for additional group session for the same patient used when the patient participate in more than one sessions within a treatment period. This code enables practices to document extended group therapy needs. CPT code 96167 and 96168. These codes apply specifically to extended family focused sessions where the primary patient is a child or adolescent. CPT code 96167 covers an initial family therapy session with the patient present, while CPT code 96168 serves as an add on code for additional family focused sessions. CMS has finalized the following three new codes for the digital mental health treatment. G0553 first 20 minutes of monthly treatment management services directly related to the patient's therapeutic use of digital mental health treatment device that the augments behavioral health therapy plan. Physician or other qualified healthcare professional time reviewing information related to the digital mental health treatment device, including patient observation and patient specific input in the calendar month and requiring at least one interactive communication with the patient and caregiver during the calendar month. G0554 each additional 20 minutes of monthly treatment management services directly related to the patient's therapeutic use of the digital mental health treatment. Digital mental health device that augments a behavior therapy plan, physician or other qualified healthcare professional time reviewing information related to the use of digital mental health device, including patient observation and patient specific inputs in a calendar month and requiring at least one interactive communication with the patient or caregiver during the calendar month. G0552 supply of digital mental health treatment device and initial education and onboarding per course of treatment that augments a behavioral therapy plan. The therapeutic course G0553 and G0554 may be billed only when there is an ongoing use of digital mental health therapy device, and G0554 should be listed separately from G0553 according to the final rule. According to the guidelines, condition must meet the report G0552. The digital mental health device must have been previously approved by the FDA. The supplying the device must be incident to the billing practitioner professional services in the association with ongoing treatment under a plan of care by the billing practitioner. For G0552 to be payable, the billing practitioner must incur a cost to acquire a furnished digital mental health therapy device. In addition to digital mental health therapy, CMS made several other changes to coverage, coding, and reimbursement for behavioral health services, including coverage of SCPCS codes G0546 and G0551 for certain interprofessional consultation services. The agency also finalized new SCPCS code for safety planning, intervention G0560, and follow up after behavioral health crisis G0544. For 2025, CMS also finalized separate coding and payment for safety planning intervention for patients in crisis, including those with the suicidal ideation or at a risk of suicidal or overdose. The agency is also finalizing payment for furnishing post discharge follow for discharge from an emergency department for crisis encounter. These are the two new relevant SCPCS code G0544 post-discharge telephonic follow-up contacts performed in conjunction with the discharge from the emergency department for behavioral health or another crisis encounter per calendar month. G0560 safety planning intervention each 20 minutes personally performed by the billing practitioner, including assisting the patient in the identification of the following personalized elements of the safety plan: recognizing warning sign of an impending suicidal or substance use related crisis, employing internal coping strategies, utilizing social contacts and social setting as a means of distraction from suicidal thoughts or risky substance use, utilizing family members, significant other caregivers, and friends to help resolve the crisis, contacting mental health or substance use disorder professional or agencies, making the environment safe. These are the important changes, potential revenue opportunity for mental health providers. Take the time to review CPT 2025 Medicare Physician Fee Schedule final rule for the more information. CMS will add Medicare reimbursement for additional behavioral health services in 2025. The agency published its final physician fee schedule for 2025. It will be implemented at 94% decrease in the conversion factor from 2024. In 2025, Medicare will reimburse FDA-approved digital therapies for mental health and allow providers to bill for creating patient safety interventions. Here we need to note down the five things. CMS will introduce separate coding and payment for safety planning intervention. When properly implemented, these interventions can help prevent suicide according to the agency. For 2025, the agency will also create a monthly billing code for follow-up contacts for patient discharge from the emergency department for a mental health crisis. In 2025, CMS will reimburse FDA approved digital mental health devices when used by behavioral health provider as a part of care plan. CMS will allow providers limited to diagnosing and treating mental health illness, including clinical psychologists, social workers, and marriage family therapists, to bill for interprofessional consultations. In 2025, CMS will allow providers to bill Medicare for opioid use disorder assessment to be conducted over audio only telehealth. The agency will also allow opioid treatment programs to conduct intake through video telehealth platforms. CMS will provide medical reimbursement for the nalmefene hydrochloride nasal spray, longer-acting opioid reversal drug. The agency will also pay for a new injectable buprenorphine product. Now let's move to surgical and procedure coding. In integumentary system, we have update for the autologous skin cell transplant codes. Let's move forward to discuss the harvesting of skin for cell suspension autograft when the patient has skin cancer or other condition that require skin grafting. The oncology team may prefer to use an autologous skin graft to repair to or promote healing of the defect. These devices allow the provider to use skin cell suspension while sparing the donor skins. To more accurately report these services, CPT 2025 include these new codes. This process involves understanding how size and margin codes are added. Typically, you can expect to receive three new codes whenever specific measurements are taken, though this is not always the case. When harvesting skin, it's essential to identify the source. An autograph indicates that the skin is taken from the patient. During this process, skin is often harvested from the thigh using a thin layer, but it is important to note that the harvesting is just the first step. After the skin is harvested, it must be treated to prepare it for application to areas such as burn or graft sites. Several factors can result in one code expanding into multiple codes. For instance, we have the harvesting of skin cell suspension autograph followed by the size measurement. Each additional 25 centimeter of size typically corresponds to add-on code. However, you should not code this first. Instead, you focus on the harvesting process. Once the skin has been harvested, it must go through the preparation and then you will be typically see more codes being generated. The process includes the application of the harvested skin. At this point, you will notice additional codes, particularly for the application to both wound and donor sites. This aspect is pivotal as it is introduced new component into the coding system. A recent update has introduced several new code specifically for skin cell suspension. If you have worked with other types of craft before, you may find that coding patterns are similar, just reflecting new techniques. Therefore, multiple codes are available for this new treatment. 15011 harvest of skin for skin cell suspension autograft first 25 square centimeter or less. Add-on code 15012 each additional 25 square centimeter or part therefore list separately in addition to the primary procedure. CPT code 15013 preparation of skin cell autograft requiring enzymatic processing, manual mechanical disgregation of skin cells and filtration first 25 square centimeter or less of harvested skin. Add-on code 15014 each additional 25 square centimeter. CPT code 15015 application of skin cell suspension autograft to wound and donor side including application of primary dressing trunk arm legs first 480 square centimeter or less. Add-on code 15016 each additional 480 square centimeter or part of therefore need to list additionally with the primary procedure code. Application of skin cell suspension autograft to wound and donor side, including application of primary dressing face, scalp, eyelids, mouth, neck, ears, orbits, genitalia, hands, feet, and multiple disease first for 80 square centimeter or less. Add-on code 15018 each additional for 80 square centimeter. The code with the plus sign symbols are add-on code and are only reported with the parent code or the claim will be denied. Musculoskeletal system when carpo-metacarpo suspension arthroplasty is done using a interpositional tendon transfer starting in 2025, you should not longer report the two codes 25447 and 26480. Instead, use a new CPT code that effectively combines both of these codes. CPT code 25448 arthroplasty intercarpal or carpometacarpal joint suspension including transfer or transplant of tendon with the interposition when performed. Also make note of these coding parenthetical notes for code 25448 in CPT code do not report 25448 in conjunction with 25447, and do not report 2544 in conjunction with 25310, 26480 when performed for the intercarpal or carpometacarpal joint arthroplasty. As a part of that change, the description for code 25447 has been revised to read arthroplasty intercarpal or carpometacarpal joints interposition example tendon. The following coding guidelines have been added for code. Do not report 25447 in conjunction with 25448, and do not report 25447 in conjunction with 25310, 26480 when performed with the intercarpal carpometacarpal joint arthroplasty. The CPT editorial panel approved the new combined code in May 2023 at the request of AMA Specialty Society Relative Value Scale Update Committee RUC. The RUC noted that the code 25447 and 26480 were built together a high percentage of the time, so requested a code bundling solution. As a part of the change, code 25447 was revised to clarify that the code includes only the interposition of tendon, not the suspension. CMS first revealed that the change in the 2025 medical physician fee schedule. Cellular and gene therapies. The guidelines include in this section define and summarize what CAR T therapy is intended to do. Previous category 3 codes for chimeric antigen receptor therapy service will be replaced in 2025 with the new category 1 code. Each code may be reported only once per day. Care provided on the date of the encounter that is not related to the CAR T service may be reported separately using an appropriate modifier. Management of uncomplicated adverse events is included in the infusion administration service, as are the fluid used to administer the cells, any incidental hydration, and any concurrent supportive medication if related to the CAR T administration. The modification of the cells in the outside the laboratory is not included in the services, as the work is done separately from that of which is described in the code descriptor. CPT code 38225 chimeric antigen receptor T cell therapy harvesting of blood derived T lymphocyte for development of genetically modified autologous CAR T cell per day. CPT code 38226 preparation of blood derived T cell lymphocyte for transportation, example cryopreservation storage. CPT code 38227 receipt and preparation of CAR T cells for administration. CPT code 38228 CAR T cell administration autologous. Intra-abdominal tumor excision codes revised when cysts or tumors are excised or destroyed in the intra-abdominal region. Urological surgeons have been using CPD code 49203 for the excision or destruction of open intra-abdominal tumors for cysts or endometriosis up to size 5 centimeter or less, and for 49205 for the largest tumor greater than 10 centimeter diameters. These codes have historically been selected based on the size of the single biggest cyst, endometrioma, or tumor that the surgeon addressed. The existing guidelines currently do not consider how many overall tumors are addressed. The following intra-abdominal tumor excision codes have been revised or deleted. In CPT 2025, delays code 49203 to 49205, which were based on the size of the largest tumor cyst, and the adjust the reporting requirement to be determined according to the total size of all tumor cysts removed that fit into the following definition. CPT code 49186 excision or destruction of open intra-abdominal, that is peritoneal, mesenteric, retroperitoneal, primary or secondary tumors or cysts. Some of the maximum length of tumors or cyst 5 centimeter or less. 49187 for the 5.1 to 10 centimeter, 49188 10 centimeter, 10.1 centimeter to 20 centimeter, 49189 20.1 to 30 centimeter, 49190 greater than 30 centimeter. These new codes will enable surgeon to more specifically report destruction or excision of intra-abdominal tumor based on the sum of the maximum length of the tumor or cyst, says Stroke. In urology section, there are a few new CPT codes that will be effective beginning January 1st, 2025 for urology. New transurethral ultrasound ablation codes include 51721 insertion of transurethral ablation, transducer for delivery of thermal ultrasound for prostate tissue ablation, including suprapubic tube placement during the same session and placement of endorectal cooling device when performed. CPT code 55881 ablation of prostate tissue transurethral using thermal ultrasound including magnetic resonance imaging guidance for monitoring of tissue ablations. CPT code 55882 ablation of prostate tissue transurethral using thermal ultrasound including magnetic resonance imaging guidance for and monitoring of tissue ablation with the insertion of transurethral ultrasound transducer for the delivery of thermal ultrasound including suprapubic tube placement and placement of an endorectal cooling device when performed. The Tulsa procedure is a minimally invasive treatment for prostate cancer with the granted FDA Food and Drug Administrative clearance since August 2019. During this procedure, ultrasound and MRI imaging are used simultaneously to target and destroy irregular prostate tissues. New codes created for ischemic remodeling of the bladder, neck, and prostate include 53865, 53866 cystourethoscopy with the insertion of temporary device for the ischemic remodeling, that is pressure necrosis of the bladder, neck, and prostate, and 53866 is showing the catheterization with the removal of temporary device for ischemic remodeling, that is pressure necrosis of the bladder, neck, and prostate. These codes are used to report and describe insertion and removal services associated with the use of temporarily implanted nitinol device that remodels the bladder, neck, and prostate to alleviate symptoms of the lower urinary tract secondary to benign prostate hyperplasia. Ablation of thyroid. Effective January 1st, 2025, two new CPT codes will be available for percutaneous radiofrequency ablation of thyroid nodules. In January 2024, the American Medical Association RVS Updated Committee RUC surveyed two new reporting codes for the evaluation 60660 for percutaneous radiofrequency ablation of thyroid nodules and 60661 as an add-on code for additional nodules. The Center for Medicare and Medicaid Services proposed to accept the RUC's recommended values in the proposed 2025 Medicare physician fee schedules, which was public for the public comment in the July 2024. On November 1st, CMS released the final rule which finalized this code valuation as a proposed. CMS also released a fact sheet to provide high level for information regarding changes to Medicare payments under the new physician fee schedule and other Medicare Part B policies effective on January 1st, 2025. For CPT code 60660, ablation of one or more thyroid nodules, one lobe or isthmus percutaneous including imaging guidance, radiofrequency, CMS accepted the RUC recommended work relative value unit of 5.75 for add-on code CPT 60661, ablation of one or more thyroid nodules, additional lobe percutaneous with the imaging guidance, radiofrequency The RUC recommended work RVC of 4.25. CMS also accepted the RUC recommended direct practice expenses values for the both codes 60660 and 60661. CMS directed that these codes be used only once for the treatment of neurons in the respective ipsilateral and contralateral lobes, irrespective of how many nodules in each lobes are treated or how many radiofrequency treatments are needing during the treatment session for the nodules. This is a different, for example, from code 1005 and 1006 for the ultrasound guidance biopsy of the thyroid for first and subsequent lesions. Guided high intensity focused ultrasound CPT code 61715. In September 2023, the CPD editorial panel created new CPT code to describe magnetic resonance image guided high intensity focused ultrasound intracranial ablation for the treatment of severe central tremor that is recalcitrant to other medical treatment. This service is typically performed by the neurosurgeon without the involvement of separate radiologists. This new course replaced the existing Category 3 course 0398T. Let's prepare for new plane blocks that will land in 2025. Anesthesiologists will have 6 plane blocks to report in 2025. CMS plans to cover the course. During a plane block, the provider fills the area between two facial planes with the analgesic that bathes all the nerves in the area. A nerve block such as femoral block 6447 to 6448 targets specific nerves. Plane blocks are typically performed to provide post-operative pain relief. The new course set will introduce 4 new services for thoracic region and 2 for the legs and feet. This regional anesthesia is used to manage thoracic pain, particularly during the thoracic and rib treatments. During the procedure, the surgeon injects local anesthetic into the facial planes in the chest area to block pain signals. These blocks can reduce the need for post-operative opioid and improve recovery by treating the patient pain in more targeted manner. CPD 2025 has put some blanket restriction on all of these code listed. When reporting any of these code, you cannot report 76946 ultrasonic guidance for the needle placement, 77001 fluoroscopic guidance for the central venous access device placement, 77002 fluoroscopic guidance for the needle placement, 77012 computed tomography guidance for the needle placement, 77021 magnetic resonance imaging guidance for the needle placement. New MR safety CPT codes in 2025. We live in an exciting time with the novel implanted device and therapies being introduced and providing relief to the patient every day. For decades, patients receiving these implanted device therapies were denied access to the powerful diagnostic capabilities of magnetic resonance imaging due to the very real risk of injury, device malfunction, or even death. Kudos to the implanted device industry working collaboratively with the manufacturer of MR system establish new standard for the testing implants for MR interactions and redesigning implants to be resilient to the challenges of the MR environment. Many patients with the complex implanted device are now eligible for the MR examinations. But let's face it, it can require a lot of work and expertise to perform MR exams. Some one of these implants are present. Not every implanted device has been tested. Some devices require that we severely restrict scan duration or how much energy we deposit in the patient. Some require special programming, positioning, or immobilization of the implant for the MR exam. The MR instruction manual for the implant is sometimes longer than the surgical instruction. Before any of that detailed work can be done, we need to know exactly what implanted device that has patient, which can also be time consuming to find out. With recognition of this additional work, the AMA current procedure terminology editorial panel approved six new CPT codes under the new heading of magnetic resonance safety implant foreign body procedures. Three codes are for pre-MRI planning and would typically be performed on a date period to the MRI exam, while the other three codes reflect the additional work that may occur on the day of the MRI exams. Before any of the detailed work can be done, we need to know what exactly implanted device the patient has, which can also be time consuming to find out. MR safety planning prior to the MR exam, CPT code 760142 76016, CPT code 76014, MR safety implants and or foreign body assessment reflects the initial 15 minutes of work for the trained clinical staff to identify and verify implant components, review MR requirements of the implant, contact the patient with the implant specific instruction prior to the MR exam and provide a written summary in the medical record. Contraindication to MR also are documented. Code 76015 is the add-on code for each additional 30 minutes to perform this work for patient with the complex multiple or incomplete document implants. Post 76014 and 76015 are the technical complaint only codes and do not include the physician work. 76015 may be reported up to 3 times per encounter. CPT code 76016 MR safety determination by physician or qualified healthcare professional responsible for the safety of the MR procedure is an additional code for work to plan and order MR exam. The work of this code is not anticipated to be used on a routine basis, but rather used for the situation where MR requirement may not be clearly identified. MR present a risk to the potential or the diagnostic utility of the MR exam may be compromised by the presence of the implant or the foreign body. This code is used when a responsible physician reviews the patient clinical scenario and the potential utility of diagnostic information from the MR exam and engage a medical physics for the advice on the potential risk of performing an MR exam, an option to mitigate risk and perform a risk benefit analysis of performing the requested MR exams. The risk benefit analysis, along with the recommendation for how to perform the exam or suggestion for alternative diagnostic test, is documented in written reports. Some example of when this work might be performed include the presence of abundant lead fragments, non-functioning implants, or device implanted in the unanticipated anatomical locations that have not been tested for the MR safety. MR safety work performed day of the MR exam, CPT code 76017, 76018, and 76019 all include physician work to ensure that the patient and the patient implant are protected during the MR exam. Working together with the clinical staff, certain implanted devices have limits on the radio frequency energy used or may introduce significant artifacts if medical physician or MR safety expert is present to customize the MR exam due to the implant. CPT code 76017 MR safety medical physics exam customization is used to account for the extra scanner time and the interactive work of the medical physics radiologist and MR technologists in the care of the patient. Some implanted devices require programming into an appropriate mode for the MR exam. If that programming occurs in the MR suite, CPT code 76018 is used to account for the extra scanner time and the knowledge and care for the patient in altered health therapeutic state. Finally, some implanted device has special instruction for the positioning or immobilizing the implant during the MR exam. CPT code 76019 is used to account for the extra scanner time and care to perform those additional steps. CPT code 76017, 76018, and 76019 are modular and can be built together if the implanted device requires more than one of the services. Implanted devices are only growing in the prevalence. You may already know someone with the implanted device who has struggled to schedule or had to travel long distance for a much needed MR exam. It is my sincere hope the introduction of these new CPTs codes will enable more providers to offer these MR safety services, reducing barriers for the patient with the implants to receive the healthcare they needed. Essential updates for 2024 to 2025 vaccine administration. The American Medical Association has recently unveiled several new and revised CPT codes ahead of 2025. These updates are crucial for healthcare providers, particularly in the preparation of upcoming flu seasons and the introduction of new vaccine for meningitis and pneumonia. While the full list of changes will be available in CPT 2025 manual, several key updates have already came into effect. Center for Disease Control and Prevention has confirmed that the 2024 to 2025 seasonal flu vaccine will be trivalent, offering protection against three strains H1N1, H3N2, and B Victoria. In line with this, AMA released the two new CPT codes on July 13, 2024. These codes are effective for the date of service on or after July 1st, 2024. Although Medicare payment allowance and vaccine release dates have not yet been be finalized, CPT code 90637 influenza virus vaccine for the 30 mcg and for intramuscular use 90638 influenza virus vaccine for 60 mcg for intramuscular use. These new vaccines are still pending FDA approval, but they represent a significant advancement in flu prevention effort for the upcoming season. In addition to these new CPT code, the AIM also has updated existing vaccine CPT code. The revised descriptor for the CPT code will take effective on January 1st, 2025. CPT code 90661 influenza virus vaccine trivalent derived from the cell culture subunit preservative and antibodies free 0.5 ml dosage for intramuscular use. These updates highlight the ongoing evolution of flu vaccine, ensuring that healthcare providers have the tools they need. Other vaccine code changes. The new CPT code introduced by the American Medical Association also has reflect significant advancement in vaccine targeting other serious diseases such as meningitis and pneumonia. These updates underscore the continuous efforts to enhance the immunization system, ensuring it remains responsive to emerging health threats. Pneumonia vaccine CPT code 90684. This conjugate pneumococcal vaccine was licensed on June 20, 2024, and its corresponding CPT code became effective immediately. This vaccine offers broader protection against pneumococcal disease as a major cause of illness in both children and adults. Meningitis vaccine CPT code 90624. This new vaccine code, yet to receive FDA approval, is expected to become effective in October 2024. It represents a critical step forward in preventing meningococcal disease, a potentially life threatening condition. These updates demonstrate the AMA's commitment to staying ahead of the curve in the vaccine development, ensuring that the healthcare providers can offer the most up to date and effective immunization options. RSV vaccine approved by FDA. A significant milestone in the vaccine development was achieved on May 31st, 2024, when the FDA approved Modern's RSV vaccine. In the response, the AMA introduced a new CPT code for this vaccine, which will be included into the 2025 CPT publication, that is 90683. Although the United States has a relatively low number of contracted RSV cases, the CDC acknowledged that this vaccine has a modest coverage rate. Its introduction is aimed at improving public health outcomes, particularly for those at high risk of RSV, such as infants, older adults, and individuals with a certain chronic health conditions. New influenza vaccine CPT code update. In another forward looking update, the AMA introduced a new CPT code for an influenza vaccine derived from the cell cultures, which is designed to address emergent public health need, that is 90695. This new code will come into effect following acquisition of emergency use authorization or FDA approval. The introduction of this CPT code reflects the AMA proactive approach for preparing for potential flu outbreaks, particularly those involving new, potentially more virulent strain of the virus. Augmented artificial intelligence AI, I just wanted to give you a heads up about the something in regards to zero course we were looking at. Not all of them mean the same thing. It is important to check with your pair as each one can have different requirements. That's excellent advice. We can inform you for the way things should be done, but the pair ultimately makes their own decision. Although we provide guidance on the setup, the pair has the autonomy to implement their own rules. The main theme here regarding those zero codes, particularly in the context of genetic testing, is the role of artificial and augmented intelligence. It is not just concept for the future. It is already being utilized. Don't worry that will replace our job. In fact, it allows us to refine our focus and understanding what AI can do for us. AI has the capability to uncover the statistics that we might not grasp on our own. Seven Category 3 codes have been established for AI augmented data analysis in the electrocardiogram measurement. This is a significant development as AI can analyze electrocardiograms and detect things that may not be visible to human eye. Additionally, medical chest imaging and image guided prostate biopsies are areas where AI can play a critical role, particularly for the prostate and breast cancer, which are both high priority concerns. Please take a note of these temporary codes. If they are implemented and widely used, we can may discuss them as a new course next year. Lastly, remember to verify patient information when using these codes. Why these code changes are big deal for your revenue cycle. In 2025, CPD update brings significant changes that will affect revenue cycle across various healthcare specialties. These changes effective January 1st, 2025 aims to enhance documentation accuracy, facilitate the integration of emerging medical technologies, and streamline reimbursement process. Here is a why the matter and how impact on revenue cycle management. Enhance reimbursement accuracy. The new CPT codes ensure better alignment between service rendered and payment received, reducing the denials. Documentation improvement. Specific coding foster clear patient records, enabling efficiency in the billing process and supporting medical necessity for the claims. Adaptation to innovations. The updates prepare practice for the increased use of digital health and AI, securing reimbursement of these advancements. To prepare, healthcare providers should follow the implementation steps, obtain the 2025 CPT manual, and identify changes relevant to their specialties. Train coding and billing teams to understand new, revised, and deleted CPT codes. Adjust the clinical documentation to reflect the updated coding requirements and ensure compliance. By understanding and adopting these updates, medical practices can optimize their revenue cycle and maintain compliance in rapidly evolving healthcare landscape. For further details, consider reviewing sources like AMA official updates or coding specific publications. Best practices for implementing CPT course updates. Opting a new CPT course doesn't have to be headache. With a few key strategies, providers can integrate this update smoothly and keep operation running without a hitch. Here are some best practices to help you stay compliant, reduce errors, and keep your revenue cycle moving efficiently. Conduct regular audits. Routine audits are a great way to catch up and fix any mistakes before they impact cash flow. With so many new codes, it's easy for small errors to slip through. By auditing your billing process regularly, you can spot patterns and adjust quickly. Schedule audit for the first few months after implementing the updates. Focus on the area with the major changes such as new procedures or telemedicine codes and review any common issues your team may be encountering. Use technology to your advantage. Leveraging billing software and automation tools can make a huge difference in keeping claims accurate. Many billing systems allow you to up-to-date codes automatically and include built-in checks that alert staff to possible errors before a claim is submitted. Consider investing in a technology that integrates the latest codes and compliance requirements. Features like auto coding suggestions or denial tracking can save time and prevent common mistakes. Communicate with the payers early. Verify how payers Medicare, Medicaid, private insurance implement CPT codes update. Check for the difference in the payer adoption, especially for new category 3 codes. Update your fee schedules and reimbursement rates accordingly. Today, we discussed the importance of staying up to date with the CPT coding and how it can optimize your practice revenue cycle while enhancing the patient's care. Don't forget to check out the latest CPT updates in 2025 manual and train your team to stay ahead. Thank you for watching. Your dedication to improving patient care makes all the difference. Thank you.